There's this podcast that I really enjoy and recommend. It's called Weird Little Guys, and it's hosted by an independent journalist researcher named Molly Conger. She studies the far right, and in this podcast she does excruciatingly well-researched deep dives on far right figures, some of whom are prominent, some of whom are obscure, but all of the episodes that she does reveal something new to me about a movement that I was involved in for almost 20 years. But the name of the podcast is doing at least two things for me. I mean, a lot of these guys on the far right are just weird, is what it is. But it also points up a problem because anytime I try to explain to ordinary people, many of whom have already made the decision to just kind of check out of information, news. It's too much, it's too overwhelming, it's too weird, it's too scary. They don't want to know. So when I have to explain to them how and why things are happening today, I end up having to explain a lot of weird little guys. Case in point is this guy, Edward Korsestein. Korsestein goes by the moniker online Big Balls, and Big Balls was involved in this loose network, I guess, of quasi-criminal actors online who were very active on the dark web, doing a lot of weird stuff. It was called the Com. But Korsestein got drafted into Doge, which was Musk's attempt at making the government more efficient. And the way Doge worked is that anything that Big Balls here or his friends didn't immediately understand in a budget line, in a regulation in a government agency, they would just cut. They would just eliminate. And as a result of that, as a result of having a fake agency go in and review everything that federal agencies do and just cutting the things that didn't immediately make sense to them, as people who aren't curious, who don't want to find out or learn about anything, just a bunch of bigoted fascist 20-year-olds. I think Korsestein was 19. A lot of problems occurred. A lot of people's lives were very adversely affected, and now in the United States we have diarrhea lettuce. But if you try to explain, if you try to draw a line from Big Balls, some 19-year-old kid online, to diarrhea lettuce and how we get the return of diseases we kind of assumed we had eradicated and forgot were a major problem, you end up sounding like this guy. So when I think about what defines our age today, I think of how the internet greatly amplified the power of weird little guys over our lives.